live! Finally, it took a minute. I was trying to do something with a video file so that I could play you an intro, and then I couldn't get the audio to work, and so I gave up. So here's the intro. Hello! Welcome to the Gourmet Pens channel. Today we're looking at a pen. Do you want to know where the pen is? Tee-hee! Tee-hee! It's in my hair. So, I thought it was so comical to make it be like the chopstick. I do actually, or can actually use pens to hold my hair up, but it was just slipped in there. So here is the pen. Let's see what's going on in the chat before we get started. Hello, everybody. Happy evening. It's a Monday. It's March 24th. I only say this in case you're watching later. I had announced that I was going to have tacos, but in the end I didn't have tacos. I had a tuna melt. And so that's cool and stinky. Very exciting. Anyway, now I have water. I see somebody has peanut M&Ms. I am jealous. So you guys keep chatting and please entertain me while I also try to entertain you. So how are we all doing? Please tell me about yourselves. And while you tell me about yourselves, I will tell you about myself and the pen. Oh, my shirt's all bunched up. Here's the pen. Let's open a notebook. Here's my notebook and a pen. The tuna melt was very good, also because I had jalapeno cheese on it, and it was very nice. And it was on some challah, so it was extra premium ingredients all around. And it was line-caught tuna, so that I feel less guilty about my tunaing. Oh, Mars chocolate bars, coffee and oranges. Oh, I could totally go for some coffee. I should have done that. So the pen we're looking at today is the Franklin-Christoph Model 66 Septagonal. And I picked this one up at the Philly Pen Show this year. Can you believe it has been January, February, March? So 2 full months since the Philly show already, right? Because it was mid-January. So February, March. Yeah, 2 full months already. Which is insane. I generally do not purchase pens that are this non-grotesque. Like, that are not colored like this. And so this one really caught me by surprise. I really did not want to pass it up. So I picked this one up. I have a Model 66 Stabilis somewhere in my hoard, and I tried to find it, and I couldn't, so we're going to have to just imagine. The Model 66 is their desk pen, so it is a longer, larger pen, and the Stabilis was a round body and cap with one flat facet so that it wouldn't roll off your desk, hence Stabilis. And so this one is the Septagonal, and so it has 7 surfaces. I think it's very cool. This particular color is the sapphire, and I think it looks really pretty in this model. I think it reflects really well. I am so jealous of you all who have peanut M&Ms. Peanut butter M&Ms or peanut M&Ms, because they're 2 very different things. I also love the antique glass, which I have no shortage of, but we're not here for the antique glass today. But I feel like we could add it in because my streams are never just about the pen or the notebook that I say it's going to be about. It's always about other things too. Where did I put it? Okay, well, it might be a stream about just these pens, because that's what I can find today. I actually ran this dry, so we're going to ink it. And I'm using a converter, which is very boring. This pen should be eyedroppered. Should I just... No. Do I want to eyedropper it? I should just eyedropper it. Let me just do that. Because the converter's totally empty anyway. And this Franklin-Christoph ink bottle is meant for the eyedroppering scenario. I have a cut across my thumb. It's very painful. Want to see it? It's like Wait, let's see if you can see it. It's split right there. Hello, I must use this finger cut. So, okay, let's eyedropper this bad boy. We're gonna just fill it up. We're gonna just pour it in. There we go. And I had already greased the threads here. You could probably see that there's leftover ink on it from a previous adventure. So it has been done. We've eyedroppered it. So, oh, you got this very nib today and you don't know what you're doing with it. Well, you're just in time. We're going to talk a bit about music nibs, and we'll also talk about the pen, and I will show you some stuff. And I think perfect timing for this. So, aside from that, the desk pen is supposed to be kind of like it's a wand, a magic wand, and the desk pen idea was that you would stick it in like a holder and you just like pull it out when you need to write. But what the desk pen does really well is, because of the length and proportions, it's really comfortable to write with. The music nib here is a 1.9 millimeter nib. This particular one has 2 slits and 3 tines. You've probably seen other music nibs before. Like the Sailor music nib is 1 slit, 2 tines. Platinum, Nakaya, they have 2 slits, 3 tines. And then you also have stuff like vintage music nibs. Sorry, I was supposed to have this ready for you. Like vintage music nibs are 2 slits, 3 tines as well, with a breather hole. And the whole idea with them, I've written an entire blog post on this. I could share it with you after. But, oh, well then, that's fun. I guess I should have wiped this clean after I eyedroppered it. It's all good. I don't care. The whole idea with the music nibs was that instead of writing with them at an angle like this... Oh, yeah, I just dried up all my ink. Okay, give it a second. Let it get caught up with my inking. It's such a wet doomahickey. I'm gonna do this and that. It's so wet. No, this is not... Typically when you eyedropper a pen and you close it, I should have closed it tip down, because that would have forced the air and moved the ink. I did not do that. So now I've got all this extra air in my barrel. Hang on, let me fix it, because otherwise we're gonna have tons of air in the barrel. You know what I mean, jelly bean? Oh, I know what my problem is. I have a crack on my Yovo collar. Sorry, we're going back to converter. I don't have a choice here. My Yovo collar is cracked. Hang on. No, it's not even a burp. This is like vomit. This is straight up vomit. Okay, hang on. Hang on. We're almost there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These are the things that happens. This is authentic Gourmet pens right here. My collar is cracked though, so we're gonna have to fix that after. Let's dry this up. Let's mop her a little. So usually with a music nib, instead of writing with it at this angle, which is just our normal writing, music nibs in the past were used vertically and sideways. So the idea was that when you're writing your music, it's quick and easy to get like nice filled in notes and nice bars, and so um, that was the idea of the music nib. Now we just have fun with them, really. And so what I typically do with this is I use it for calligraphy practice. So let me see. Was it Penexer that you had just gotten one? You didn't know how to use it. Um, the first thing I would recommend is understanding that you need to orient the nib properly on the page. So whether you're writing with it like this or even at an oblique, whatever direction you decide to use your music nib with, make sure that the full tip is on the page. Well, thank you for my nice notes. Yeah. I mean, this is not beautiful art, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had a music nib that was too chunky, so you had it reduced? That hurts me, but that's okay. Um, Try the sideways approach. It works really well, and I often find that nibs in general work really well sideways. So like they often work really well as obliques. So an oblique, so regular writing would be like this, and then sorry, an oblique would be you rotate the nib slightly, so it gives you this look, and it already looks really schmexy as opposed to regular writing. um so yes, no, I played piano since I was like 3 until, let's not talk about how old I am now, but we already know I'm 40. So I played piano my whole life and done music theory and improv and stuff and violin and other instruments. So one would hope I can write a music note. Um, what I find really amazing about the Model 66 in general is it's really the desk pen feeling is really comfortable. Um, so I'm gonna just write random things. Comfortable. I realize that this is kind of a review. The septagonal pen model itself is new to me. The music nib is not. The Model 66 is not. And so what I want to convey to you is how incredibly comfortable this pen is, and that the septagonal design, like the finish itself, just adds an element of beauty to the pen. I think that the, the facets are really pretty. I quite like them. It makes it look glittery in a way without being obscene, like without being glittery and grotesque in this way, which is also a Franklin-Christoph, but in a good way. Okay, so let's do some hellos. Um, so if we do some regular writing, you can absolutely write with this nib at a regular angle. It's gonna work. It's not like just because it's a music nib, you have to write with it straight up and down. It's gonna work perfectly fine as a regular writer. I love the variation you're gonna get. So with regular writing, you get nice 1.9 millimeter downstrokes and really, really thin, clean cross strokes because there's no tipping on this nib. So when you do loop the loops, you get pretty decent contrast and a really nice look to it. Like it looks really professional with very little effort or practice. And so I think that's part of the fun of this nib. Plus they're like $35 if my memory serves me. And I think that's a steal of a deal. I'm missing a pen that I wanted to show you guys. Give me 1 second, let me find it. Here it is. This will be part of what we're doing. Because I see you talking about cursive italics, and I think it would be interesting to kind of bring it in. So what I would say the music nib is, I would say this one is very much a very forgiving, smooth stub. What that means is you have a shape that's stubby. That's a really bad drawing, and the light is blinding. Hang on. You have a nice stubby shape, But what I mean by stub and forgiving is that the corners here are smoothed out enough so that it doesn't cut into your paper. So that I can rotate. You could do things on the edges of the nibs without cutting your paper. You could do cursive, you can write as an oblique, and the nib itself will tolerate what you're doing. So if you're looking for a really nice, generous writer with a nice stubby look that's going to add some character to your writing, this nib is a really good option. Hello, and let's rotate it and see the difference. Hello, let's rotate it more. Hello. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun, and I think it's well worth getting a nib like this to practice. Like just to practice how you handwrite, practice your penmanship, that kind of stuff. Right, it was a $10 upcharge. Okay, that makes sense. So totally worth it. I think it's a great deal. Also at Philly, I purchased this pen. I was planning to do a full video on it, but I think it makes more sense to do it with this one. So the model itself is not really relevant here, even though clearly I have not focused on the model at all. I'm talking really about the nib, but the model is relevant because it's about the comfort of writing with it. But here, I have a cursive italic on here. So this is a steel nib as well. And what a cursive italic is like, you have the same thing where it's a stubby tip, but the corners are much sharper. So when you do stuff like a loop-the-loop, the contrast is much greater. So if we look at the music nib, you see it's much wider here, and then with the cursive italic, it's much crisper. So the cursive italic is just sharper in general. Did I miss a question? Let me see. Are we good? Did I miss anything? Okay, we're good. Projectile ink expulsion. That is very, very much what happened. Best to happen here and witness it than anywhere else. So what the cursive italic does have similar to the music nib is the really nice crisp side strokes. And obviously it's much of a thinner downstroke. This is a broad, I believe, or double broad. No, just a broad. Just a broad. Just a broad. Anyway, that's really not the focus here, but you can at least see it. So, yeah, look at this. Okay. This is comical. So this pen is already quite long. The cap does post, so I don't really think it makes any difference to the length and weight of the pen. But if you don't want to lose your cap, it's an option. So let's do some... I already did regular writing, but let's do a... Oh god, I hate the posting, sorry. Let's do 7 wildly hunting fruit flies. Gazed. This is really awful, Anshul. Like, it is not focused at all. Anxiously at the juicy bouncing So let me slow it down, and then just do an example. So it's really, really, really nice for unshow practice, just because it's got the right size for the variation, and like you just don't really need to do anything beyond just this. It's just so much fun. I really enjoy it for this kind of handwriting, and because it's so forgiving, it just serves me very well because I'm lazy and don't want to focus intensely on my calligraphy. So I think it does really well. And it's super smooth. Super smooth. Now, if we rotate the nib, so we've been writing straight on. If we rotate it a little bit, we're going to get more of like an italic hand. So there's a rotated A, and here is a regular A. So you can see it's got much. Wait, there we go. Much rounder bits and just broader lines in general. Oh, sorry. By the way, this ink is Spanish blue, in case you're wondering. World's most boring label, truly, with just the Spanish blue on it. There should be like this logo could be like a nice inky splat, but it's not. He's Franklin-Christoph's never gonna speak to me again now. It's okay. So let's do some italic letters. And then some round letters. Just so you can see the difference in just a simple rotation of the nib. Do you have a preference? Like, do you prefer the italic to the round or the other way around? I quite enjoy both. I struggle with italic a bit just because it requires a lot of attention, and I'm not known for my attention or my ability to attend with attention. Okay, so this down here was straight on unshow. Let's do some rotated italic hand, which is a completely different type of script, so I cannot copy that one. But it's also very cute. I'm quite enjoying this septagonal. It is very comfortable. I cannot believe I bought a fully dark blue pen. It seems very unlike me. Septagonal. So clearly a huge difference in the type of script, but also just in the emphasis and character of the words. Sorry, of the letters as well. Okay, I can't write without a line. A straight line. A ruling. Thank you, that's what I meant. The Spanish blue ink reminds you of something called azulejo. Tile with blue writing. Ooh, that's really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It borders on Sharpie. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And you know how, or if you've been around here, you've seen me flip my nibs over and do stuff on the reverse. So you can do that with these nibs, which I find thoroughly exciting and very enticing. So if you've never done this before, turn your nib over and make use of that breather hole. I mean, this doesn't have a breather hole, but it has two very generous slits. Oh, Lord. But look what you could do with it. Like, it's just so much fun. Who wants to write with the regular side when you can do stuff like this with your nib? It's wild. It's wild. I really enjoy it. Have you ever done this before? Like, have you ever turned your nib over and checked out what you could do with it? Like, it has a lot of potential. So it's not just this. I'll just show you. What tends to serve best is when your nib and your section and pen are roughly the same profile. So if your pen is not super girthy, it's easier to get your nib flat on the page. Oh, Wendy Sue, that could be fountain pen words that sound dirty but aren't in your next episode of your shorts on YouTube. I love the smell of acrylics. So this is a model 20, and so what I mean is if you look straight down the nib and barrel, like, it's really a slim profile. So this one works as well. Yes, I'm writing Gourmet pens because at least I know how to spell it when I'm trying to do stuff and think and talk at the same time. Gourmet pens. That's me. And so it works by you just get really low down to the page. And in this case, I am making use of the breather hole and the slit. This one only has one slit. It is a lot of fun. I like to do that. So I have another music nib here on a Model 31. This one is significantly different. It still has the slim profile, but what it has the nib is recessed a little bit. So when I do this, I have to lean it towards the tip just a little bit more. But what I love about these music nibs is because they don't have plating, the plating will not wear off as you do stuff like this. So if you do this with rhodium plated nibs or PBD or black nibs and stuff, the plating can wear off from just being rubbed on the page. But the straight up polished steel ones, there's nothing to wear off. So they're really ideal for this. You're going to make a dent in your chroma shaders with this insane nib. Yes, you will. You will. And another thing. What on earth? There was a moth in here earlier. I don't know how that happened. Another thing you can do is slap your pen and splatter your ink on your page and then write through it. So this is a pretty basic inky mess type thing that I teach. But if you slap your pen, slap it hard. Oh boy. And then take your nib with a different ink and write through it. Actually, this is gray ink and blue, so I don't really know if it's going to show up, but you can do it anyway. Slap it hard. I'll show you anyway. I promise you, you're going to burn through your inks like crazy. Slap it hard. But if you notice where the blue goes through the gray inky dot, it kind of picks up the color and it's a lot of fun. Reverse is giving you the same line, but fun style. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's still giving you a nice, big, chunky line. And you can always practice with it. What I really like about these pens is you can hold it like almost like a brush, and so you can really work with getting it low on the page. And you probably saw with this one, because it's so much smaller, I can basically fill it into my hand and work with it like that. So just experiment. Don't feel afraid of using your pens in ways that pens have not always been used. And I think that's really important, because a lot of the times, of course, write with your pens if you want. But I'm not kidding. A lot of the stuff that I do in here, like a lot of this stuff is writing with like this for dollars. This was like, this is written, like a lot of this is written upside down. I have no idea what that's from. We did this together, right? Yes, we did. But like a lot of this coloring and in and stuff is with the reverse side of nibs. So don't feel bad about using your pens in whatever way you enjoy them. So tap for inspiration. Okay, because what I'm thinking of tap for inspiration is like tap it. Tap it good. Oh shoot, I got it all over my desk. Oops. Oopsies. I need sugar dollars too. If you're in Canada, I have music nibs and Franklin-Christoph flex nibs in my shop, just so you know. Just saying. I mean, you can obviously get them anywhere, but you can, if you're in the States, it probably makes more sense for you to go directly to Franklin-Christoph. But if you're not in the States, or if you want to get something from me, I have them in the shop. But there's no pressure, obviously. I can't force you to do anything. I'm just letting you know. Franklin-Christoph. We all need sugar dollars. Thank you. I'm laughing at the fact that I smacked it so hard I got ink all over the desk. A smack. Okay, so let's go with tap for inspiration. Oh my god, I'm gonna just let you guys know that I have at least 2 sets of new pens coming in that are pretty killer. Some of them have not only really cool like pens and colors, they also have really cool nibs. And then the other ones are really unusual. Well, not unusual. They're just discontinued materials that I absolutely love. And they are made by one of the greatest makers on the planet. So I'm just saying, there's some really cool stuff coming to the shop that I'm really excited about. I'm just saying. Do I have a brick and mortar store? No, I don't. I am in the Greater Toronto area, and I do offer like shop pickup and stuff. But I don't have a brick and mortar store. Maybe one day. That would be really cool. But I do occasionally go to some pen shows, and that's actually it. That's pretty much all I do. I go to pen shows. I go to pen meets. I sometimes host pen meets. You know what I mean? The next pen show is Chicago, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm planning to not buy anything because I need to save my sugar dollars. But I can definitely go and hang out with my friends and fondle all of the stuff that they buy. So my friends have to buy stuff to save me from myself. That is their duty and the task that they must undertake. That's what they have agreed to, whether they realize it or not. Septagonal. Do you like how this became absolutely nothing about the pen and was all about the nib? I'm so bad at this. I'm really not good at planning, as it turns out. I just like to do what I want to do, okay? Like, I just like to go with it and see what happens. This is why I don't really often do pre-recorded videos anymore. It's because I don't want to. So, we're gonna have to just deal with that. We're gonna have to just deal with it. I don't want to. What is Franklin-Christoph's flagship pen, or a good one to start with? That is a fantastic question. Let me just show you. I've got, let me take this one out. This is model 20. Let me grab one more. There's a model 3. Okay. I don't have all of them with me, but I have a good selection here. So the first thing I would decide is if you want a slip cap or not. So a slip cap is the ones that are just friction fit. And so you just pull it off like that. Or if you prefer something that has a screw cap. Based on that, so this is the friction fit slip cap is like the Model 20 or a Model 20 Pocket. I absolutely love it because it's a very slim profile and really, like, it feels really compact. But if you prefer a traditional, like, screw cap, there's a lot of options here. So, for example, right here, what I have is we've got a Model 03. There are other models, I just don't have all of them. This is a Model 19, which is a much thicker body. The Model 31, which is similar to the 19, just a little taller, a little slimmer. And then the Model 66, which is their long desk pen. And the last one is a 45, which I have somewhere in my pockets. I just can't find it. Okay, I can't actually find it really readily available. My favorite model used to be this one, the 03, and now it's the 31. So this is a 31. I think the 31 is probably one of the more, like, the 31 and the 66 is probably one of the more, like, iconic looks. The nice thing about the 31, you can get it with a clip or without. It has beveled edges, so the top and back end of the pen are beveled. And you've got nice engravings on it, like on the body, just as like a feature. The threads are block threads really far up the back of the section, so they're really out of the way. It makes it really easy to cap and uncap the pen, which I really like. And it's just a really comfortable pen. So the 03, I love the 03. The reason I've started going towards the 31 is because I think it shows off materials a lot nicer. So so here's a clear 31 versus a solid 31. And I don't know, I just think there's something about how fun it looks when it's a chunky pen. So to me, if you're looking for one, I would say, especially if you're looking at the antique glass, I would say get a 31 in the antique glass. It's going to be spectacular. You are not dumb. It's just that, which pen are you referring to, Bailey? Because I've got a whole bunch on here. I'm going to just have a sip of water. I don't have any O2s left. Mostly because I don't post my pens, so I don't need the taper at the back end of an O2. If you know what I mean. Right, but do not purchase the specific Model 31 in antique glass that Pertinax needs. Oh, the ones that I'm showing, these are all Franklin-Christophs. And these are all, I mean, the one that this video is technically supposed to be about is this one, which is the septagonal Model 66. The Model 19, this was the first time I'd ever seen them make something grotesque and pink. Usually they're really conservative, like office colors, very, very tame. And when I saw this one, I was like, yes, I need that. So, this is the Model 19, which I think is quite lovely. It's really comfortable. I think one of the things they do really well is the comfort of the pens. And so, like the Model 03 is on the slimmer side. And if this bothers you, the threads are at the bottom of the section. Whereas with the 31, they're at the back of the section. So if you're somebody who grips really, really close onto your nib, I would say go with the 31. The one that I have on my website is this one. This is the Gray J. So other than that, right now I don't have any Franklin-Christophs on the website. It's just the nibs and this one, the Grey J. I also love the Sig nib. The Sig nib is really nice. This one is a Sig on here. It's a double broad Sig in the Raven nib, but I really really enjoy it. I love the smell of this pen so much. I sniff it. I sniff it. But yeah, the thick threads are really nice because it makes it really quick to cap and uncap. It just catches really easily. So, yeah, hopefully that was helpful. I know the chat is really useful as well because everybody here is pretty good about knowing what they like and stuff. So I really appreciate everybody's input. The one you passed on was an antique glass. But you know what? The antique glass will be back, so don't worry about it. And I mean, the Raven will be back too, but less frequently than an antique glass. Yes, their sub-brand, well, it's actually like their sister brand. It's Piper Trading. And they do use a lot of fun materials as well. I'm not super familiar with the models yet because I haven't seen a whole bunch of them. But I'm working on that. So we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna get a whole bunch, and so I can test them out and do a comparison video. But yeah, you guys ask great questions though. I love the hive mind and just everybody's feedback. It's really awesome. Awesome. Is it only one model? Maybe I'm just talking about colors. They have a lot of colors. A lot of colors. I love this nib so much. And Scott tuned this nib a little bit just to make sure there were no burrs or anything on the tines, so it writes really nicely. I quite enjoy it. So we had filled this converter. I mean, we were like, let's see how much is left in here. Well, actually, there's quite a bit. We've only used up that much. So like this amount here. So not bad. Just emptying out the pen of the inky profanities that were in it. Highly technical. What do you mean there's an antique glass 31 on their website right now? Nobody buy it, I want it. No, I'm supposed to be saving money. The Italian ice is very beautiful. I know where that is. Oh, here, look. I have an antique glass and an Italian ice right here. This one is the antique glass. This is the Italian ice. They're both eyedroppered, so they both look as dirty as my hand. So I guess it's not really that helpful. But if we look at the top of the caps, you can see the colors. And yes, I have them labeled with the inks. Otherwise, I don't know what I have in stuff. And I haven't figured out a better way to keep track of what I have yet. So. Okay. I kind of want to abandon you guys and go buy this pen. I won't, though, but I'm thinking about it. I would love to know if you guys prefer antique glass to Italian ice. Like, at a glance, they look really similar. But, I have a pocket... No. I have a pocket 66 somewhere here. I don't know where, though. No, I don't know where. It's somewhere on my desk. Really makes me wonder what I did with it now that I think about it. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter because the solution is to get them all. Okay, you want to see the pocket pen. Okay, so maybe I do have it in here. Um. Oh. Yes, I do. I'll show you the pocket pen. There's no nib in it right now. So this is the pocket pen. So it's the same shape as the Model 66. It's just the pocket size version of it. Mine has been eyedroppered, so you could see it has seen better days, but this is the pocket pen in antique glass. I have a UV light. Don't worry, I'm equipped. I'm ready. I'm down. I'm ready. Okay, so... Okay. So, I just need to do it at an angle that doesn't blind it. Okay, so this is the Italian eye. Oh, wow! That is ever radiant. So even if I pull this way back, it is really wicked cool. Oh, hot damn, that is a really cool pen. The antique glass does not do that. So if you're torn between the two and you want a really wicked pen, that is damn cool. Oh my god. Okay, let me see if the oh! Oh, that is so much fun. Okay. This is one of the other ices. So this is the polar ice, which is like a blue tinted one. You could see down here it's kind of bluish. And this one also is blinding. And then this is that Model 31. Ooh, even their blue ink does it. Okay, the Model 31 that I was showing you. This one, I don't know if you could tell, just because it's so blinding. This one is also UV reactive. So, way cool. I did know it, I just never have actually done it before. Because it just never occurred to me. This is the Model 19 in that violent pink. It doesn't really show up on camera, like these two don't show up on camera as well. But in my hand, they are like blinding. It is so fun. The Candy Stone doesn't really do anything. Grey J does, but only in certain areas. I don't know if it really shows up as well. It shows up kind of decently, but like clearly those two are it. So, hello, Sarajit. Yes, this is an Olight Arcfield Pro, and clearly I'm making really good use of it. This is what I do. That's what I do. So I have other pens on my desk. Let's see if they glow too. No, those ones don't glow. Now I just want to take all my pens out and see if they glow. Would that be weird? Probably. What else do we got? No, that one doesn't glow. Anyway, I won't do that. Paradox for me too. This whole thing has turned into, let's talk about this pen that I didn't talk about. I talked about the nib most of the time. And then I was like, let's talk about all the other pens. So, wow, I have a lot of pens. This is really... When I do stuff like this and I realize how many pens I actually have, I'm a little embarrassed of myself. Michelle, I would be happy to bring you one, so you let me know. It would be my pleasure. This is Skogsy, correct. Actually, both of these are Skogsy. It's just that one is a chonkier Skogsy. This is the 16 millimeter, and this is the 15 or 14. I know the big one is the 16, if that helps. You just you just bought an Italian Ice Model 2. Yay! Congratulations! Oh, you're gonna love it. That's so much fun. The Italian Ice is one of the coolest things ever. I don't know. The Polar Ice is really cool too. I don't know which one I prefer more. I mean, when they're fluorescing, they look really similar. But, oh man, it's so much fun. Anyway, yeah, clearly I'm gonna get stuff done today. Yes, the 16 is a lot bigger. But it's extremely comfortable. I quite like it. I have a rainbow nib on it. There we go. Yeah. I have a rainbow nib on it. I agree. He should give me a commission. Give me sugar dollars, right? Like show me them sugar dollars. That needs to be a sticker. Show me the sugar dollars. I am so thirsty. What am I gonna drink? I have been drinking this water and it is not doing the job. Yes, this Skogsy is from Hibachi. Let me see if any of my other... No, none of those are from him. But yes, it is. I highly recommend this light. It also does really fantastic, like, flashlighting. And it also does a laser light. Like a laser pointer. So, it's a 3-in-1. It is very cool. And I'm a big fan of it. Sorry, I'm all sniffly. You wanted the... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not hesitate. That's the thing. I did not hesitate. When I see a pen I like, I don't hesitate for a split second. I'm just like, that's it. I'm getting it. Because when I hesitate, it sells and then I regret it. And this is my history and I know that. Yeah, I mean, the Gulf of Aziza, why not? I could swim in there. I could claim it. I can mark my territory. No, that's not good. No, I'm not going to do that. But I could dive in there for the 3 seconds that I'd survive before getting consumed or something. Oh my gosh, we all got Skogsies from Hibachi. I got 2 from him. Or 3? No, I got 2. I got 2. Show me your sugar dollars. Okay, so at a pen show, if I come up to somebody and say, hey, show me your sugar dollars, what are they going to show me? That's the thing. Thank you. They who hesitate are sad. They who hesitate are sad. And I mean, sometimes I'm sad anyway because I still hesitate, or I didn't hesitate, and I missed it anyway, but still. The Gulf of Aziza is very cold, yes. The Gulf of Aziza. Yeah, it's very cold. But don't worry, my heart is warm and stuff or something. It's warm and joyous or something. You got 2 rust pens. Oh, nice. I had to resist because he had so much good stuff and I just really had to resist. Just put a $sign on a small pack of sugar. Okay, so in the hotels, the show hotels, when there's the breakfast area, you go down there, you go have your breakfast buffet. I'm going to start putting $signs on the sugar packets. And then they'll be like, oh, we know who was here. Does Audrey work on all the Franklin-Christoph nibs? She works on either her or Scott will work on all of the nibs. If you specifically want Audrey, you can, like, you could probably request it. But, like, obviously she's really good. But at a pen show, she is more likely to work on your nib. If it's a really busy show, they usually have 2 or 3 people doing nib stuff. At Philly, it was mostly Audrey, and then Scott was assisting, and I think that was it for the Philly show. So, sugar dollars for the shop. That would be hilarious. Sugar dollar ink. What color would it be though? This paper. What paper? Sugar dollars? Or this paper? I mean, this paper, who knows? This is the newer Sanzen Tomo, so it's pretty good. Not the new Sanzen. As, oh god. Yes, I could. Yeah, with the blue. I can write it with the blue ink. As he cares, dollar sign. That actually looks like Caress. Sugar Dollar Party. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out something for sugar dollars for us. Like, it could be an exclusive, like, pen show party where you have to have sugar dollars to get in. And you earn your sugar dollars somehow during the day of the show. Sugar dollars. I'm not sure what you'd have to do to earn it, but anyway. Well, I guess I should start wrapping up instead of rambling, because otherwise I'm going to keep rambling. Here are some of the pens that we looked at today. And then also this one. And then here's my Arcfield Pro. Thank you all so much for being here with me and for bringing me great joy. I had a wonderful time with you. I hope you learned stuff, but I also hope you had a nice time with me and this lovely chat. I really appreciate you all. I hope you know that. And I'm absolutely sincere when I say that you make my day. So I love hanging out with you guys. I will be here next Monday. And otherwise, I'm online on the Facebook and the Instars and all that. And then whatnots. And so, yeah, that's everything. Um, okay, have a wonderful week. Take care, and we will see you next time. Okay. Okay, bye.